So number one, suppose a particle accelerates from rest. That means initial velocity u equals to 0 for time t1. Okay, this is t1 over a distance x1 at the rate alpha. Okay, that is the acceleration, and then returns to rest. Okay, at b, velocity is 0 at the rate beta. Okay, beta is retardation over a distance x2 and time t2. Okay, so first time taken t1 and then t2. If t is the total time elapsed, then t, that means total time, equals to t1 plus t2. Simple. Maximum velocity equals to alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. Okay, alpha equals to acceleration and beta equals to retardation rate. Okay, total distance traveled, that is half alpha beta by alpha plus beta t square. Okay, so now explanation. Alpha, that is acceleration. We know that acceleration equals to change in velocity by time taken, and change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity, that is final velocity Vmax, okay, minus initial velocity, that is 0 by time taken t1, and beta, that is retardation, and retardation means we know negative acceleration, so minus alpha. So we know alpha equals to change in velocity by time, that is final velocity 0 minus Vmax by t2. So here negative acceleration, so this is minus a, so this is Vmax minus 0, because minus of 0 minus Vmax. Okay, so now a1, that is a1 equals to Vmax, that equals to, from here we get alpha t1 and from here we get beta t2. Okay, now t समान t1 plus t2 equals to, put in the value t1, that is Vmax by alpha, plus t2 Vmax by beta. So here taking common Vmax, we get this, and so Vmax into alpha plus beta by alpha beta. Okay, so Vmax समान t into alpha beta by alpha plus beta, because t equals to Vmax into alpha plus beta by alpha beta, so Vmax equals to this. Okay, clear? Now total distance traveled, we know S समान Vt, but here we take the average velocity, because from 0 to Vmax and then Vmax to 0, so we must take here average velocity, that's it, Vmax by 2 into t, total time taken. Okay, so this half, putting the value Vmax into t, this value. Okay, now number 2, when a body is thrown vertically upwards, then its acceleration for upward motion is negative, and for downward motion acceleration is positive. Okay, this will be positive, this is not negative, this is positive. For upward motion is the negative, and for downward motion it is positive. Okay, so for upward motion h equals to, this is the height from the ground, h equals to ut minus half gt square, and for downward motion h equals to ut plus half gt square. Okay, g means here acceleration due to gravity. Okay, for a free falling body we use g. Okay, that is acceleration due to gravity. Now number 3, when a body is dropped from a rising balloon at a vertical location, okay, then taking vertical downward motion of stone, the initial velocity is negative. Now understand the matter. So this is balloon, okay, and this is stone. Now stone is dropping, okay, at this height from the ground, that is h, capital H, and this is the vertical downward motion of the stone. So in this case, for the vertical downward motion of stone, the equation will be capital H, that is the height from the ground, h equals to minus ut, that is initial velocity of the stone would be minus, we will take negative, okay, initial velocity. So capital H equals to minus ut plus half gt square. And for upward motion, initial velocity will be positive. Okay, we know for upward motion, initial velocity will be positive and acceleration will be negative. Okay, so for downward motion, acceleration will always be positive. Okay, thank you.